Eya! Let's go! Gummy.
Bring some of us.
Yeah, come back out, bitch.
I was just gonna be AFK, bro. I was just gonna be AFK. I was just gonna be AFK. I'm just gonna do some biscuit. Yeah, it means biscuit. Ah! I'm gonna get biscuit.
Kumain ka na ng kanin. Kumain ka na ng kanin. Isa!
Wag na.
Bigay mo po yung kumain kang kanin. Sabaw lang mo lang. Hindi.
Wag na.
Low Isekai. It has no big bad, no major conflict, and no real enemy. Everything's just kind of peaceful with nothing really happening. And that's the problem. The story follows a bunch of people getting trapped inside of a video game with the main character being a loner who doesn't get along with others. Now, I know what you're thinking. That is just Sword Art Online. But Sword Art Online had a clear villain and goal. Reach the 100th floor, escape, and if you die in game, you die in life. Log Horizon doesn't have any of that. If you die in game, you just respawn. So if nobody's truly in danger, then what is the actual conflict of the series? As the story continues, Shiro, the main character, starts to realize that people are starting to get bored. I'm something of a gamer myself. Normally what I do when I start to get bored with the game is go and do something else to recharge until I'm ready to get back into the game. These people no longer have that option. They are stuck doing the same quest lines over and over again, stuck in a repetitive loop of grinding constantly just to stay busy. It's gotten so bad that some players have started harassing NPCs just to stay gamed. However, some are even getting bored of that and have started killing other players because why not? There's no consequence to it. I can kill you and get your XP and items and you'll just respawn back in town. Shiro realizes that even though there isn't any threat to them now, if players continue to get bored, they will grow even more apathetic and will cause even more problems in the future. So he decides he has to do something about it. And this is genius. When you compare it to Sword Art Online and every single isekai that tried to copy it and failed, one of the biggest complaints that I had with SAO and those copycats was that they never really focused on the mental strain of being trapped inside of a video game. They always just hand wave it away with the fact that, oh, the main character is a chud pro gamer who doesn't shower and loves being trapped in the video game. Even though the most interesting aspect of this whole concept is the horrors of being trapped inside of a video game. Log Horizon could have easily copied the whole if you die in game, you die in real life thing from Sword Art Online, but opted to go a different route, focusing on an actual aspect of gaming, getting bored of a game that you're playing. But now you're stuck playing it forever, and you slowly start to become apathetic not only to your whole situation, but to the people around you. This becomes the core conflict of the entire series. As these people try to grapple with the fact that they're stuck in a video game, they try to find any way to kind of entertain themselves because they have the mentality that this is a video game. They should be entertained by it. That's the whole point of a game, right? But as the show continues, they are forced to ask themselves, is this a game or is this real life? And it is very disorientating. They still have access to all of the menus and their skills still have cooldowns. Everything that they see screams the MMORPG they were just playing. But in actual combat, those menus just get in the way and are way slower to use than just actually fighting. Even something as important as cooking, when done in the menus, leads to some sort of abomination that you can't even really consider food, while actually cooking leads to the most succulent Chinese meal that you'll ever have. The line between game and reality have now been blurred. If you try to treat it like it's just a video game at this point, it's just gonna suck. But you also can't treat it like real life because goblins and magic and stuff. How each character explores it is different because the enemy knows
1,
to
2,
show
3, 4,
about
5,
gamers.
6.
So it shows how different types of gamers would try to adjust and occupy their time in this video game. You got your classic
Go
role
to
players,
third.
you know, the Roblox Daters. They were already playing a character before they got trapped inside the video game, so now they're just deciding that they're going to commit
6
100%
people.
to the bit. Some of them are more washed than others, except Beyonce and Lucia. Then you have your casuals and new players. They're just having fun. This technically is still a new experience to them, and they are trying to learn everything that the game has to offer them. Last but not least, you have your sweats, the veterans of the game. Some of them have become the stabby people who are just down to murder people because they literally have nothing else to do. Some of them are just sitting around town, just depressed. But then you have the Dorito encrusted finger sweats. People that are in guilds. These guys are causing 90% of the problems in the series, causing Cheryl and Mary's strategic player to focus on them and the politics and trying to establish some sort of law and get them to work together and actually help the players instead of just jerking off and fighting each other. Showing them that, hey, this isn't really just a game anymore. You can't just sit there and power and just be like, we are the best fighters guild, the best merchant guild, and then actually not doing protecting or actually being merchants. You have to do that. Now, this is like Switch Quest when they started innovating. They started making things that weren't originally in the game, which gives those other veteran players something to work for and strive for now. Slowly, people start to care again. Normally, at this point, the isekai's focus would shift to be more of a kingdom-building isekai. The guilds would each get their own assigned jobs. One would probably be the army, another one would be like the blacksmiths, etc., etc. Everyone gets a purpose, but where do the NPCs fit in all this? Solving this one
Like
problem just
I?
revealed another one. Yeah, all the players care about each other now, but they still don't care about the NPCs, because to them, the NPCs were just people that would give quests and maybe had like 5 lines of dialogue, but now the NPCs are real people with actual backstories, memories, feelings, emotions. Because all the players are focused on each other and trying to actually innovate this world now, they kind of forget to do quest lines. And you know, before they could just ignore a quest line and nothing bad would happen. But now, if an NPC asks them to go take care of a couple of goblins and they don't, those couple of goblins will become a bunch of goblins. And just like the NPCs, the goblins don't have to adhere to the game rules anymore. They can just go off and do whatever they want now. So those goblins will start attacking towns and killing NPCs. Players can no longer just ignore and not care about NPC quest lines because it will lead to actual real-life consequences. Honestly, this is one of the main reasons that I really enjoyed Log Horizon. It really does understand gamers and gaming culture. Because yeah, there are a bunch of players that will get a side quest and it just sits in their quest log until they beat the game. I know this because I am one of those players. Okay, we've all been guilty of it at least a couple of times. Okay, some side quests are just boring, but understanding that and making it come off as the players being apathetic to the NPC's problems because they don't see them as real people yet is really cool and a great way to add stakes to the series. I don't think I've ever seen another isekai set in a video game really explore this. A lot of them just kind of care about making it look and feel like a video game with all the skills and menus and stuff and not actually focus on real gaming culture, which is weird because I know these mangakas are gamers. Log Horizon does it so well, it makes me wonder how I would spend my time if I got stuck in a video game because I actually see not only myself.
You know what you really need? You need a nice real sub-30 goth girl. Aren't you like 29? I'm young and fertile. Maybe close to the 30s. The 20s is still plenty young, dude. Even 29, plenty young. You got a long life ahead of you. Guys, we can't keep moving the bar here, old and young. I mean, plus it's, you know, a goth girl buff. That's surely a buff. Anyway, once cracking and welcome to the best place on all of the internet. That is right. The Lost Boss subreddit, that's right. So, anyway, I got some funny things here for you. And our community is kind of wild, man. We got a lot of weird stuff going on in that subreddit. The underage stalker girlfriend watches you sleep, has blushed you, seen you taller than you, very messy, wants cuddles. There's a lot of pointing arrows here, but is it just the specific parts that wants cuddles? One that watches you sleep? Okay, anyway. Welcome home, cutie. Wanna cuddle? By the way, the door was locked, which is odd.
Strategic advisory. Helltimers. Be wary of leftover or abandoned assets that may be compromised by aliens on the box. Always be sure to check any event vehicles for return.
To Hotel RP.
Back seat.
Excuse me. I'm going to brush your face.
When I think of Skyrim, I think of
making me want to play more, but for some reason this game is just a... I think this is going to be the one I've have my fun with this game. Alright, let's get started anyway. Check out the ride, or should we say the whip? No, we got the tadpole. So one of the first things I want to do to begin this episode is I need to improve both my oxygen, and I also need to figure out where I find the different things, the items, to help with my ability to breathe in deeper depths. We get back to 250, but our body is getting straight up compressed under that pressure. Throughout the battle, we need to try and locate where the oxygen tank is, and I believe it's actually in an area we have swam around several times. So immediately we're going to be going back there, and I believe it's just off the cliff face here. Still feels really dropping down these, bro. I don't think I'll ever feel normal. If you guys enjoyed this video, I think you know exactly what to do. Hey, look at this school of fish. That's a lot. I believe up to it. We've been down here so many times, but I think it is located just tucked away somewhere amongst the rock here. Skin the rock face. Will it be the rock or something? Yo, is there more stuff that way? Okay, hold up. That's interesting. I didn't realize there was more wreckage that was down there too. I mean, let's go take a peek, right? We don't know what is actually this way. More wreckage, of course. Oh, maybe we did come to this one. Okay. This is a new one. Okay, oh, data bank already pinging. Now we don't have anything there. At least nothing with that one. Those do make
It's
certainly mind
30
watching your back. Thank you. This is